Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, to the EAFC 24. This video, I'm gonna do a little challenge for myself. So, I put myself into 1 hour. It's 8:49 right now from where I've started. And once it hits 8:50 in the morning, for me at least, I'm gonna start opening up a bunch of 84 times 10s, a bunch of packs, stuff like that. We're gonna get this challenge started. So my goal is to pack 99 Huming Sun, if possible, out of just 84 times 10s, 85 times 10s, starting from the new refresh. So already got a 85 by 10 here ready to go. This is the first one that I've crafted, and once it hits 850, we'll go ahead and get started. So, and we'll probably start in like about 3. There we go. All right, there we go. We started, and let's go ahead and see what we end up doing. So, of course, the goal is to try to pack Huming Sun within 1 hour, if it's possible. I don't think it might be possible, but I'm always willing to try. So, maybe you'll see the full recording of this, or maybe I'll just cut it up. But just be rest assured that I am timing myself right now, and I am putting myself through an hour of just opening up a bunch of packs, a bunch of stuff, and this and that and whatever. So, yeah. Basically, that's what I'm doing. I'll probably cut it up just for you guys' convenience, but I'm pretty sure that I'm likely not going to pack any crazy player out of this. Or at least I hope I do, but the likelihood is that I will not. Maybe if the fodder gets too insane, like if I get a lot of fodder, I'll put it into like, or at least duplicate fodder, I'll put it towards, you know, like the 94 plus, Path to Glory and stuff like that, the player pick. So, well, actually, no, that's not going to be in there anymore. I already used all 4 of them in the last video. So, scratch that. I'll put it into the 92s instead. So, I mean, the goal will still be there, obviously. But, oh, did I forget to use Park Ji-sung? I did, didn't I? Okay. Slight backtrack in that case. So, we'll go ahead and craft the 85 by 10s again. Yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of, kind of weird how you know, a lot of these I think we're still waiting for the most part. Everybody's still waiting for the possibility that we're going to get the 85 times 10s repeatable at some point. But it is still bizarre that I have to wake up every morning and be like reminded, like, oh yeah, I forgot they refreshed. It's always a weird feeling, waking up and realizing, oh hey, 85 times 10s are back, and I'm just like, oh well, I mean, the content is not there yet, so I guess I'll do them if I feel like it, but then it's kind of awkward to do them by myself without recording a video. That's a bit of an overpay. Wait, I already put... Oh yeah, I already put 2 Team of the Seasons in there. I was about to waste one. Let's just put Gabriel in here. Let's just add that here. Boom, 86. There we go. Without wasting another Team of the Season, we're just going to open up 2 85 by 10s. And let's hope that we end up packing someone. I hope that we do pack someone. But here we go. 85 times 10. Whoops. I forgot to include Park Ji-sung and stuff like that. All right, cool. All right. 85 times 10s. Let's do it. What do we got? We got a Team of the Seasons. Please be a double Team of the Seasons so I can at least have that hope. Okay, it is. Is there going to be a Foodies? Is there going to be a Foodies? No, there is not. Dryer and Kim and Jae, we're going to have to use them as well. So let's go ahead and craft that real quick. It's already been, what, 3 minutes since I started this already? Let's see here. Well, I surely have to do the 85 by 10s first before anything. And then we'll try to continue the grind on the 84 times 10s and stuff like that. So Kim and Jae, Dryer. Mukoko I'll probably put in there, and Govo as well, since we're likely gonna pack him again. Whoops, should be golds. Whoops, I did it again. Oops, whoops, that's not berries. Let's see here. By the way, what kind of cereal is that? Whoops, not berries. That's such a dumb name for a freaking cereal. I just decided to bring it up because I've heard about it recently from a YouTube channel. I'm just like, what the heck are you guys talking about? What kind of cereal is that? it's like they knew it was a mistake and just like, whoops, I guess it's there now. All right, 85 times 10s. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what we get. Thankfully, I think you know, I have plenty of time. Thankfully, I have a lot of time on myself, so definitely dedicating a whole hour into trying to, like, you know, do this stuff for you guys. So I hope you guys don't mind the length and stuff like that. So I'll just try to keep it as much as I can there. What is this? Bentaleb. Okay, so 2 team of the seasons, and the challenge will immediately stop if I do end up packing Heung-min Son. So the challenge will end after I pack Heung-min Son. So keep that in mind as I open up these packs, that if it does seem short, the video, just know that that's probably because I did pack him, and I'll actually like speak a little bit past that, just in case you guys, you know, want to skip to the very end and be all like, ugh. I mean, hey, listen, if I pack some good players out of here too, you guys are missing out on those ones too, just so you know. You never know, I could pack myself Bergkamp. Yeah, I mean, not Bergkamp, I could pack myself a Beckham, and you guys will miss that because you know, when I pack Beckham, you're gonna be like, whoa. Then I mean, like, at the end of it all, the objective was that you're gonna pack Heung-min Son, right? And yeah, I mean, that was the objective. But if I do a pack Beckham, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? All right, another 86 here. Let's see if we could try to mitigate the damage here as much as we can here. All right. By the way, I know I said probably in the previous video that I was gonna do a reaction to Gamescom, but now that I'm looking back on Gamescom, it was kind of disappointing. I just realized I put 2 team of the seasons in there, didn't I? Oh boy, too distracted. All right, whatever. But yeah, I was watching Gamescom and it was disappointing. And I mean, look, I can see why, like, you know, there could be the argument of like, oh, there's a lot of games and stuff like that. But the problem is that most of them are just like either, you know, updates to games that have already you know, been revealed, or ones that have already been released, or they're just games that generally don't have any good interest to them. And I'm just not really. Ooh, Dybala though. Balak. I packed Balak. That's funny. How many times have we packed Balak out of just like a regular pack and stuff like that? Traore too, though. That's gonna be another good. That's gonna be another good, interesting like tidbit to add here. And I guess that's the last 85 by 10. So we're gonna put into the 84 times 10. So yeah, with that. But yeah, like, I think, you know, game, like, a lot of there's way too many like slice of life type of, you know, games, like, you know, farming simulators or build your city simulator, stuff like that. Like, there's really, the only standouts to me throughout the entire show of Gamescom was the new Borderlands game, which I'm very excited about actually, because and keep in mind, this is probably the most awkward time for them to reveal that game, because of the movie. The movie was how should I say this? It was probably one of the more disrespectful things I've seen in media in a long time. And I mean that kind of lightly, because here's the thing, right? I'm not against the idea of a Borderlands movie, but I think for a movie, for a franchise that for the most part doesn't really have like a major like fan base, or just like a major, or how do I say this? It's not a super mainstream, you know, fan base. Like, it's recognized, you know. And you know, when I heard about the BioShock, you know, like they're making the BioShock movie as well, that's when I'm like concerned as well, because like it's the same people, you know, it's the same people who are working on this. Look at that, 294, it's nice. But yeah, and we were doing so well. We were doing so well with video game adaptation movies and stuff like that. And I'm just like, you guys had so much potential. You had all this research. It's great to see the game. Hold on a second. Hold my thought. That's Lumberg. That's a 96. This could be massive. Hang on a second, guys. This could be massive. Who's that? Oh, is that Suker? Oh, okay. 296s though, but that could have been great. That could have been great. 95 Cannavaro as well. I mean, the 85 times 10s were pretty decent fodder, but I mean, overall, it's just not it either. All right, I gotta craft some more 84 times 10s though. But like I was saying, for a movie like for BioShock that's gonna come out, I'm very concerned. And this is from a guy who hasn't even played any of the BioShock games at all, but I can even tell that, you know, they're not even gonna like bother. They're not gonna try, because my problem with the Borderlands movie is that the only thing it has right is just maybe Claptrap. That's about it. The robot character. And I'm just like, dude, that's the only thing you got right, and yet you got 99% of the whole thing wrong almost. Which is very concerning, because like Borderlands was already a movie that by itself, it's a bit complex to kind of like talk about. I mean, it's as simple as like, you know, the vault hunters have to find this vault that contains many treasures from a planet that literally nobody wants to be in, because it's infested with monsters and people who are just nuts. And that's just a simple concept. It's not really like anything groundbreaking or anything, but it's just the way it's presented that I enjoy a lot about that game. It's the shooting mechanics, it's the story, you know, like the characters as well. They're just really fun. And I'm just like, you guys had all this potential. You guys had all this, you know, all this put down on a platter for you almost. And yet they've gotten so much wrong. It's almost laughable. And so that movie in particular is partially the reason why I'm just like, okay, we're going backwards now, because, and again, we were doing so well with video game adaptations and stuff like that. I'm just like, you guys could do so much more better, and you guys are actively making it a lot worse. And it's not a good thing. It's really not a good thing. The only positive things I could take away now is that, you know, there's gonna be a potential Mario movie, a sequel, and the first movie was successful. I'm still kind of mixed about that movie, to be honest, but I can't really deny that it's been successful. I really can't deny that. But, you know, for what it's worth, it was still a very successful movie. The Sonic movie as well. It's having its third movie, and we're still waiting for the trailer. So, you know, there's at least that. That's a Footies, though. Hold on a second. This could be good. It's a premium Footies. This could be massive, guys. Could this be the moment we see Son and the video ends at 12 minutes or so around this video? No, it's going to be Berbatov. Okay, so we were inching this close and we fell short, basically. So we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. But I'm going to keep trying. It's not over until it's over. Or at least until the 1 hour hits. Until the 1 hour hits, in which case it would be over. But let's see here. The thing is, right? I'm not totally against, you know, making a Borderlands movie. Like I said, I was never really against it. I was actually kind of excited for it. But when I saw the casting, that's when I was like, okay, no. It's pretty much over, because a lot of the characters literally do not match up with their video game counterparts. And, you know, that could be nitpicky and stuff like that, whatever. But personality wise, like, you could even tell that they weren't even actively trying to cast the people who were right for the role. They just hired Kevin Hart and, you know, Jamie Lee Curtis. It's just names. They weren't actively trying to like find characters that fit the role. They were just actively trying to fill characters that could make them bucks, that can make them money. And of course, you know, if you put, first of all, Kevin Hart already as a potential buy-in, or as a potential, like, you know, actor that can sell, it's already been kind of like stagnated a bit. Like, Kevin Hart did not have the same star power that he used to have like years ago, I don't think. So for that already was like a weird casting choice to start. But even more so, just the casting of the character itself. He's supposed to play Roland, who's supposed to be this big massive dude who will become, you know, the leader of, you know, one of the factions, and then he defected basically to become a vault hunter. And so but he's supposed to be this big massive dude. You know, he could be snarky at times, but overall he's just serious. He has a good heart and this and that. Kevin Hart is just there for practically comedic effect almost. It's almost comedic, his acting, even when he's trying to be serious, you know? It never comes off as genuine for some reason, right? And that's always been my problem with movies nowadays. Like, they've just been trying to like adapt too much comedy into their movies, which is weird. Especially, and I get it, right? Like, there's certain movies that it works for, but there's certain movies that it does not work for. Like, if you make like a Mario movie, of course you want to add comedy or some kind of like, you know, lightheartedness, because it's Mario. Why would you want to totally make Mario serious, right? But I have a different expectation for the Sonic movie, because that's going to be a little bit different, right? Because we're going to be dealing with Shadow, unironically one of the more like darkest characters in the entire Sonic franchise. And if we don't explore any of the darker past within him, I think that's going to be a flop, especially with the Sonic fans. But in any case, that's the only thing that kind of stood out for me for Gamescom, is that Borderlands game that's coming out. And I am excited for it, but you couldn't have picked the worst effing timing for that. The worst timing to bring up the Borderlands movie. I'm just like flabbergasted that they had the gall to be like, hey, we have this new Borderlands movie coming out. It flopped, but hey, you know what? We should release the teaser for Borderlands 4. And honestly, I think that's going to turn off a lot of people. I'm pretty sure it probably did. It's like the most awkward timing you could have for a movie to be released based on the Borderlands, and then having to do that following what happened to the movie. And I'm just like, dude, you guys couldn't have picked the worst effing time to be releasing movies like this, because right now Borderlands' reputation is already down the gutter. And I genuinely mean that. Which is a shame, because the third game was already a mixed one for a lot of people. I enjoyed Borderlands 3. Of course, Borderlands 2 is going to be the best one out of the entire thing. But like, yeah, people were already mixed within the games already. So by that point, you really have to think about like, okay, you know, Borderlands 3 was not what we expected. It wasn't what we planned for. So how do we make it better? And I hope they take those notes to heart, because if Borderlands 4 flops, that'll officially be the end of Borderlands. Like, for real, that'll be the end of it. And it'll be a shame, because I think the Borderlands is a very fun concept that I think, if done correctly, could have been considered one of the greater franchises ever. But now it's just in a very, very dire situation where it cannot be. Well, frankly, I don't even know if it could be saved if this game fails. Because keep in mind that there was a Borderlands game before this one called Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Yeah, do you even remember that game? I don't think so. I generally don't think that, you know, a lot of people play that game. I haven't even played that game. I played a little bit of it actually, but after a while I just stopped for some reason. I mean, the concept was fun and it was great for what it was, but I think something about it just didn't seem right for some reason. Maybe it is maybe a bit of the classical feeling of it, but with guns. And believe me, that's such a fun concept, but I don't know, something was just off. I don't know. I just didn't continue it for some reason. But yeah, that's one of the standouts for Gamescom. Black Ops 6 was one of the other standouts, and that's for obvious reasons. I think regardless of what year you release a Call of Duty game, there's always going to be, you know, attention to it. I do generally think though that this might be one of the better Call of Duties. Maybe I'm just talking nonsense, and you know, you can probably say, you know, like, oh, it's just the same game every year, which it kind of is. But I think for what it's worth, Black Ops 6 looks like it might be fun again, and I think that's mainly because it's much like the Modern Warfare series right now. It's like grounded. It's nothing like that, you know. We're going back to the 70s, the 80s, you know. We're gonna have a lot of fun with that. I honestly think we do. And hopefully, you know, they show the campaign trailer for that game and it graphically looks great, whatever. But overall, it's just like, yeah, I mean, it's just basically the same. Like at this rate, you know, I think the peak of its years was when, hold on, that's just the regular footage, right? I think that might be just the regular footies, which means we'll probably get Adama Traore, or who else would it be? I think that might be the only one actually. Yeah, look at that. Oh no, it's Nkunku. Oh, okay. I forgot about Nkunku. Holy moly. I don't think I have him on this account. How much is he? He's probably cheap right now. Okay, so one of his highest bids is like at 155, so I mean, I guess it's not too bad, but overall, it's just, you know, fine. It's whatever. All right, so cool. We got a 98. Can we bump it up to 99 if possible? That would be nice. What is that? Dutch striker. Okay, that's Mia Dema, so no footies there. And yeah, I mean, like, again, it's just the same type of formula over and over and over again. But I think its peak for Call of Duty was way back in like 20... I'd say when they first started introducing, like, you know, more futuristic aspects, like in Black Ops 2. That was like the bigger peak. Like, even more so than they did for Modern Warfare 3, the original. Because Modern Warfare 3 was really good for its time. It was not afraid to be, you know, controversial. It was not afraid to be, you know, brave with its decisions. And a lot of people like that, you know, in spite of, you know, kind of the crazy storytelling. And at the end of it all, if it's like campaign, people remember more the campaign than they do sometimes the multiplayer, which is very interesting, right? But nowadays, the multiplayer is just taking over the entire landscape of the Modern Warfare franchise, almost to a fault, you know, because, you know, I remember in Black Ops 4, there was literally no campaign because people were just like, who cares? Like, we just want to play multiplayer. And that's been the case, you know, like Black Ops 4 literally did not have a multiplayer at all. And people still ended up paying like $70 for it or $60 for it at the time because it was PS4. But yeah, and to be fair, I was one of those and I still had a good time with Black Ops 4, but I feel like Black Ops 3 was more funner in that regard. And it at least had a campaign, so at least you had options, right? Black Ops 2 was probably one of the best Call of Duty games ever, in my opinion. I think it might actually be the best game ever. Advanced Warfare was great. I loved Advanced Warfare. And then when they tried to take that formula into later games, it just didn't resonate with me. Like, Black Ops 3 was cool and all, and I enjoyed it. Infinite Warfare was probably one of the worst ones, to be fair. And then when they brought it back with World War II, I was a bit of a fan of it, to be fair. I think it was almost like competition against Battlefield when they released Battlefield 1. But even Battlefield is having like issues right now with themselves for some reason. They just cannot seem to fix their servers like at the beginning for them to be like, okay, well, we could have mitigated the damage before we released the game, but nah, let's just release it. And that's why I always don't buy the Battlefield games when they release, because there's always going to be that same issue. EA, much like in EAFC, they just cannot seem to fix their own damn games, or rather, they just don't feel like they're bothered to. But aside from that, Gamescom was just nothing really. We didn't even get proper news on Sparking Zero. We just got a reminder that we got 50 days till its release, and I will be playing that game on this channel as well. So do not worry about that. I will be playing that game. I will be there. Alongside with the, you know, EAFC with FC25 as well, because I'm pretty sure that's what most of you guys are watching my channel for. But I don't really judge. I'm really glad that I got myself this kind of fan base anyway, so it's fine. But in any case, speaking of FC25, it's funny because I have the beta, but I haven't been able to play it, if I can really say. I think that's as much as I can say, and I don't know if there's something wrong with the beta code that I got, but it only gives me the PS4 version, and for some reason I just cannot find the PS5 version in spite of the code. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that game. I literally only played one match of Rush and it was pretty cool. But overall I just haven't been able to play the beta since. So I've just been pretty much here grinding on FC24 for just packs for you guys, you know, and like, I don't know. FC25, I think the only thing that is exciting me right now for the FC25 is, you know, the possibility of me running like the 2 RTGs that I'm going to run for this year. Like I mentioned in a previous video, one of the I'm going to be running practically 2 RTGs this season. I'm going to be running a run back of I'm going to run it back for the Japan RTG. So I'm definitely going to be doing the Japan RTG again. This time I'll be paying a lot more attention to it if I can. But I will also be doing on my main account. I will be doing like obviously the more casual, like, you know, RTG or whatever. But the focus is going to be on Dries Mertens. That's going to be my RTG. I'm going to run the Dries Mertens RTG for this entire season, basically, because you know, Dries Mertens is going to be on his final year. He's going to retire after this season. He's already said. So, you know, as one of my favorite players who, you know, at least not just in, you know, in real life, but even more so in NFC and FIFA, because it was one of the first cards I like, you know, I enjoyed using when I first started back in FIFA 20. God, short time, right? And honestly, it was such a great time. I enjoyed a lot playing, you know, with a card like that, and it's been almost a tradition at this rate to get myself the best version of a Dries Mertens on my account every time. And so I'm planning to close it off for Dries Mertens by running a full RTG on him, which of course includes evolutions, stuff like that. And if the evolutions are, as EA said, that they're going to be more flexible, more, you know, accessible and stuff like that, easier to craft, who knows? Wait, that was Conte, right? Oh, his team of the tournament. Is he even inexpensive now? Wow, he's cheap. 26k. You know why he's 26k? Because of that. 2-star, 3-star. Oh, overall though, that card would have been great, but nope. That card is forever doomed to deal with the massive amounts of you know, of nerfing of its skill moves in weak foot, which is so weird. Such a weird thing to do. Schmeichel, 97. Wow. Okay. Very interesting. I don't even think I can get anybody else great to the game related, but that is a dupe, and a massive one at that. 97 dupe. But we'll still be crafting 84 times 10s. It's already been 26 minutes or so since I started the timer on my own end. It's gonna be like 27 minutes on the video where it is right now, but yeah, I mean, I like I said, is it possible that I could pack Heung-min Son by the end of this? Probably not. I'm not entirely, you know, confident. But if it happens, I mean, I'll still be a very happy fella. But yeah, I mean, like, man, is there really any topics I want to talk about really while I'm just killing time? I think I just want to actually like make this a full-on hour video, and you guys can just enjoy the ride as I'm going through it. Yeah, maybe something football related. So yeah, the Premier League team, the Premier League, La Liga, everything just started last weekend, and I gotta say, like, so far, not really a bunch of surprises per se. I mean, we all expected, you know, City to win. We all expected who else? Arsenal to win. To be fair, I was expecting Spurs to beat Leicester, and they were, but they just cannot seem to finish. I don't know what's going on with the offense. We have Solanke, but he always has that heavy touch for some reason, and it never works. Yeah, something's up with Solanke. I'm not entirely positive what it could be, but he should be able to improve hopefully in due time to compete in Champions League. Which, speaking of Champions League, they're gonna be like, there's gonna be a new format for that tournament. They're gonna be doing a tournament bracket rather than a group stage. So similar to like similar to how they do it in like regular leagues, like in, you know, any of the 5 leagues. The only thing is that the top 8 will qualify for the knockout stages, and I think what's very interesting about that format is that for once we're actually going to be having a game. Like, they say they're going to have 8 games throughout the entire, like, you know, quote unquote group stage, the tournament stage basically, and all those 8 games will be unique. They're not going to be repeatable. They're not going to be repeated matchups, just like they did in the group stage, where they'll face each other off against, like, you know, every 2 matches. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's such an interesting concept that I'm kind of curious to see how it plays out, and I'm even more especially curious to see how they're gonna organize, you know, like, you know, certain matches in like certain venues or this or that, you know, if it's going to be home or away or this or that. I'm pretty sure they're going to do the same thing of like, we're going to do 4 matches away, 4 matches at home, but your opponent will always be different, which, I mean, it is a good concept in you know, in theory, but we just don't know how it's going to be applied in practice. So we'll wait. We're all obviously going to wait for with bated breath to see how it turns out. I'm kind of excited for it. That's definitely a new format that I'm very interested to see how it turns out. And obviously, if it doesn't work out nicely, then we'll just we can go back to the group stages, you know, or maybe make some improvements here and there to see how well it goes. But overall, I'm just not sure. It's definitely a new format. I don't know what you guys think. Just let me know. But yeah, let's continue opening up these 84 times 10s. I haven't even opened up any of the 92 pluses either. Probably because I haven't been getting a lot of fodder, like duplicate fodder. I have some high rated ones, but nothing to say like, oh, you have so much fodder that you need to put these into an SBC rather than an 84 times 10. Nothing really like that. I forgot to use Hurricane. All right, cool. But yeah, I mean, it's already been half an hour. I don't even know how many packs we opened. I accidentally opened this one. But yeah, I'm not entirely positive. By the way, I actually do have a bit of a question. I don't know if you guys want me to play Black Myth Wukong. That game has apparently been like massively downloaded. It's been really high rated. That's a Footies icon. That is a Footies icon. Hold on a second. And that's Schmeichel. Oh no, it's Casillas. I missed the flag. It's Laurent Blanc. But I think I already have him though. That's my problem. Do I have him? I think I do. No, I don't. Okay. Laurent Blanc is not bad. Pretty good. All right, so we got ourselves a Footies icon. That's pretty neat. I thought I saw the Danish flag for the goalkeeper, so that's why I thought it was Schmeichel. But I guess either way, even if it was Schmeichel, it would have been a 97. So regardless, Blanc could have still walked out, to be honest. That's going to be a team of the season with a team of the year icon. What team of the year icon are in these packs? Mateus, probably? Yeah. Yes, Mateus. He's probably the only team of the year in this entire promo, right? Because the other ones were in the previous batch, but not in this one. Which I hope that in the next batches and stuff like that, they actually do, like, you know, add some, like, you know, more. Well, I don't know if they're gonna do batches for the next week, because this is the final week of Foodies. So, you know, at this rate, anything can happen. I'm not entirely positive what could happen. But you know, we're about like what, 5 weeks or so, 4 or 5 weeks before EAFC gets released, and in between that time, we'll probably be getting a bunch of like updates on certain cards. We're gonna get confirmation on certain icons or heroes. I mean, we already got, like, you know, heroes confirmed and stuff like that, right? But you know, we haven't gotten any confirmation on new icons apart from Buffon. So we're still waiting on those kind of updates, but overall, we're just really going to be waiting for ratings for you know, probably the first promo that will probably be released in between that time. Maybe the release of the web app before the release of the game. I mean, there's a lot to look forward to for FC25 if you're excited for that game. And believe me, if you're not excited about that game, I completely understand. It's not entirely like, it's not an entirely, like, you know, controversial take. I think considering just like the amount of people who have had like I think it's primarily because of the whole entire problem about EA and stuff like that, you know, their priorities, you know, where they prioritize the gameplay as opposed to store packs and this and that. And honestly, that shouldn't really be something to prioritize about. I mean, I get it, selling, you know, a game, it's gonna be like, you know, yeah, of course you want to sell your game, you know, I get it, you want to make money off a game, but I think there is a middle ground, right, where people want a good game where they feel like the price is, you know, justified. Because if a game prioritizes its in-game currency more than it does, you know, the sale of its game, you know, like buying the game, then by that extension, just make it free to play. Like, is it really that hard to make it free to play? The only reason why eFootball is kind of like not in the best of terms right now is because, for what it's worth, it's just not a more popular game than FC, than FIFA, or at least for what EA is making, right? And I think for what it is, FC is still relatively a popular game. It already has sponsorships all over the place, so it really doesn't need to have any like massive publicity. The only thing it really needs is just, you know, putting their priorities onto the proper spaces, you know? Like Rush is a good concept in nature, but you know, you kind of hope that EA found a way to like make it so that it's enjoyable probably for the rest of the year and not just for the current moment, especially with their patches and having to update the game and this and that, you know, like make it enjoyable for the general public, you know. And you know, you can talk about the casuals or this or that, but like I think, you know, store packs, like they're becoming more and more expensive, and that's already a problem. And believe me, like back then, you know, buying ultimate packs and stuff like that was like, okay, you know, you could buy ultimate packs for what, 3,000 FC points or FIFA points back then, like, or 2,500 rather, FIFA points for that time. And that's very expensive, you know, like that's $25 for opening up an ultimate pack back then. Only now has it been like more expensive, or rather it's been not worth it. Like not even ultimate packs are worth it nowadays in this current game, because there's so many players. That includes obviously, you know, the women's teams and obviously, you know, just more players in general. But I feel like that also has to do with EA weighing down their odds. And it's never good hearing that, because basically what they're telling you is that like, okay, yeah, you had the chance, but we're not going to give you that chance because we run the show. And yeah, sure, it's their game. They can, you know, look, in a game like this, they can definitely run a game, and you know, for what it's worth, I hate to say this, but they kind of, I don't know if it's illegal or anything like that, but they can technically manipulate the odds in their favor because they run the show. But I think the bigger problem with that is that they're aware of it, but they don't want to tell us. They're like kind of like hinting at it. They're like, you know, see, because okay, well, let's put it this way, right? During the team of the year, if you guys remember about the team of the, am I running out of? Oh no, that's just the strikers. I was gonna say, am I running out of comments already? That can't be it. But yeah, if you guys remember the team of the year Messi situation, right? You know, you can tell they made the player pick without realizing the odds. Like that was the one time they slipped up, and so, you know, by that point, it's not necessarily a mistake. Well, it is a mistake on their part, but when they have all that power, you expect them to be like, okay, look, we get it, it was a mistake, but you know, at the very least, it's not like guaranteed, right? Like the odds of packing Messi at that time was very high. And believe me, I've done the player pick myself. I've done it twice on the. I've done it like both times on the main account and on the RTG. I did not pack Messi. Hard to believe, but you know, when a lot of people were packing Messi, I actually was the one left out. Am I mad about it? No. Well, I mean, yeah, kind of, but at the same time, I'm not entirely like upset about it, because at the very least, I had the chance. I at least took the chance. I missed the chance, but at the end of it all, if I didn't get it, I didn't get it. That's about as good as it gets, man. And it was just one player pick. Like it wasn't repeatable. Like it wasn't like the Sawa SBC, right? And it wasn't like the Sawa, like the Icon SBC, which that one I am genuinely like ticked off about it. You know, I didn't get the chance to craft it, and because of that, I missed out on my chance in getting Sawa, which it's upsetting. It is upsetting. But when a mistake happens like that, your best course of action is just to leave it alone. Don't try to like mitigate the disaster or stuff like that by removing the SBC and then, not giving people the chance, because that makes you look worse. And so I think EA needs to have kind of needs to look at itself in the mirror a little bit, trying to tell themselves okay, okay, we made a mistake and people are, obviously, taking advantage of that quote unquote mistake. Here's the two things about both situations, right? And this happened as well in the Ligue 1 during the Ligue 1 team of the season, right? Where the red picks were printing out Mbappe's, Dembele's, Zaire-Emery's and stuff like that, right? In those situations, the team of the year Messi won. It was only one player pick. You could have just left it. Maybe you won't release it again. That's fair, because obviously you don't want to do a repeat of getting another team of the year, Messi guarantee pack basically. But it was just one player pick. You could have just left it, and people would have, been happy whether or not they got themselves, there'll be people who got Messi, leave happy. People who didn't get Messi, well, sucks. But, at the end of it all, at the very least, they had the chance, right? For the Ligue 1 team of the season, again, it will only happen once. And people will either get Mbappe, Dembele, this and that, whatever. It's fine. At the end of it all, there'll be a lot more better players and those become obsolete immediately, right? Because the power curve just keeps shifting up like crazy anyways. So it really doesn't matter, right? At the end of it all, if they want to keep that Mbappe, that's fine. I don't really mind going up against Mbappe. I've faced off against so many players that have had Mbappe and stuff like that, and I still beat them. At the end of it all, it doesn't really change much. Maybe it could change for the lower tier players. Maybe I'll give them a boost, but overall, it really doesn't change where I am right now. At the end of it all, the only real reason to win at this damn game is just to be a rat. And as much as I see Nick running as a rat to glory right now, it works. That's the only that's probably the biggest thing about it, is that it works. And so when you put it that way, it's just yeah, obviously the issue is not necessarily the players, but it's necessarily the way you play, or rather the way EA wants you to play, which is very ratty, and that's usually not a good sign. So I do hope they make a big improvement on the gameplay and stuff like that, because this gameplay this year was atrocious. It was pretty bad. I generally had times where I felt genuinely angry, or just in times where I felt very exhausted just playing the game, because you just feel unmotivated. You just feel like nothing you do works. The servers become so slow to the point where I just cannot move at all. I just can't do anything. It's just a slow burn, and honestly, it's just very exhausting sometimes. And you genuinely think that EA will fix the servers. No, they don't. They don't fix the servers at all. When they do, it's usually with the expectation of okay, we fix the servers, we'll just leave it as is for the rest of the year, because I'm pretty sure we're not going to hit any peak, or we're not going to dip any lower. Oh boy. You can kind of tell where these people are in regards to how they treat this game now, especially now. Right now, I get it. We're moving into FC 25. You probably want to transition into that, but at least give the people some care about this game currently, where you're still probably making money from people still buying FIFA points for some reason. And I'm just okay, man, at least care a little bit about this game. At least give us some indication that you at least want to add some patch or something like that can improve the game massively, and will give us some hope for maybe this could be applied in FC 25, and we'll give you some pointers. Not even that. They just moved on to the next game, and fine, it's whatever. It doesn't really matter at this rate. But it would have helped if you guys cared a while back ago. That would have been nice. But yeah, that's just kind of the world we live in now. But yeah, in any case, we're about what 45 minutes almost right here in this video, and we have yet to pack. This is the worst feeling right now, man. We did not even pack a single promo out of this 84x10. That's a first. That's literally a first. A first in which we do not even pack ourselves a promo, like whatsoever. You can tell that for every pack you open, your luck just keeps running lower and lower and lower, almost to a fault. Like, it's insane. How many times have I packed Jimenez at this rate? It's too many times already at this rate. Pellegrini, okay, well that's someone that I haven't used in a long time, so I guess we'll put him in there. But yeah, like, do I have any high expectation for FC25? I think FC24 pretty much answered that question for everybody. The answer is pretty much no. We're expecting pretty much the same game, just with like a more, I guess, flourish UI, more. I mean, we can only hope that it's more responsive, but we can really only hope. We can really only like expect, you know, the best. But right now, it's just looking bleak. That's all it looks like. But overall, like, if you guys are enjoying these type of videos, or like, you know, just enjoying people playing these games and stuff like that, I really don't judge. At the end of it all, if you guys enjoyed this video, that makes me happy. I'm happy that I'm providing this content to you guys. And you know, I made it clear that I'm gonna make it clear that I think if I reach 2K subscribers on this channel, I will have a face cam. I will show my face to you guys, in spite of how ugly it is, but it's fine. Like, I'm willing to show you guys just my side of me, right? How a 20-something looks now playing this damn game, right? But I mean, it's for content. I mean, it's at the end of it, I was all for content. But yeah, if you guys just want to see, you know, me and stuff like that, that's perfectly fine, man. I don't mind that. Just let me know in the comments if you want me to set that goal for 2K. If 2K subs ends up happening, then maybe I'll show my face. If not, then we'll just continue with the faceless commentary. It's all good. It's all good at the end of it all. Doesn't really matter. All right. We're about almost 10 minutes away from pretty much closing the book on this video. And I think I will upload the entire thing just for you guys. Just to see everything that I've packed. Just to see everything that I could. But yeah, so far, not looking good. We're not packing Son. We're not packing anybody. I haven't even tried any of the 92 pluses either. So, you know, maybe I'll have to start doing that before the video ends. In which case, let's see if we get lucky. But let's go ahead and open up these 84x10s, and maybe we'll move on to the player picks. We have four of them left, and of course some dupes that we have to get rid of, or add back to the club rather. But yeah, I'll have about 15 minutes or so, 13 minutes give or take. But yeah, that's a team of the tournament. With the Belgian striker Courtois, that's probably gonna be a low-rated team in the tournament. Then, who am I guessing? I'm gonna guess. I can't even think of anybody. Wait, is that Musiala? Hey, Musiala. Okay, that's actually very interesting. That's a really good card to pack. Okay, wow. All right, so I guess we're gonna finish strong. 98 rated Musiala. How much is he on the market right now? Still about 200 something K, but that's still a good card to pack overall. Really good card. Left mid, center mid. As an attacking center mid, he'll be a monster. But yeah, what about that, man? Getting ourselves a 98 Musiala, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. All right, 84x10. That's gonna be nobody, so we're just gonna skip. Probably gonna be like bronze, gold. Nope, it's a good old Reece James. We're just going to discard. We're just going to move it along. Not have to deal too much with all this. All right. 84x10. What do we got here? We got ourselves a Dutch cam. Roord. Schneider. 94. Okay. I don't think there's going to be anybody crazy back here. I don't think. Yeah, no. Bastoni, though. 96 rated. That's a pretty high rated fodder. All right. 2 more 84x10s. Never mind, just one more. And that's going to be is Hincapie team of the season? He is, so there could be a double, or maybe not. Maybe it's because it's a plus. Yeah, probably not. Okay, well, in that case, with the final 10 minutes that we have, we're gonna craft some player picks. More specifically, the 92 pluses here, because that's pretty much all we have left. It's infinitely repeatable, 89, 88. So we're gonna try to see if we can craft maybe like 5 of these if possible. At the very least, they only require 1 team in the season, so that's always fun. But yeah, like hopefully we do end up packing someone crazy out of this. But yeah, thanks for sitting on this 50-minute journey so far with me. Honestly, it's been kind of good to just try to like speak stuff like, you know, some stuff. And if there's any like, you know, commentary that you guys want me to do on or stuff like that, just let me know. I was planning on making a video about talking about like potential tips for Evos for next year. But if they're really drastically changing the Evo game like they're saying, then maybe some of those tips will fall on deaf ears. But I'm still willing to try it if you guys really want me to. So just let me know. Just let me know. I need probably one more 88 here. There we go. 89 rated done. And I'll probably do 2 at a time and then craft more. But it really just depends how it goes. Let's do it by newest. Let's just rip the band-aid already. And it's precisely an 88, but I feel like that's too expensive. We'll put in, yeah, we really don't need to put team of the seasons either, so we'll just put Schneider in there. All right, there we go. Okay, so there's 1 player pick done. Let's back out and do the other one. But yeah, we got plenty fodder, I think, for 5 if possible. I mean, the only thing we can really do is the squad builder and then just craft around it. Maybe just put in some players in between. Because this one will require team of the season. Musiala definitely should not be in there. Bastoni is whatever, but definitely not Musiala. Probably just put like, yeah, there. Maybe Kohler over here. Nope. Okay, I need to add more high-rated players. Yeah, Schweinsteiger, that should work. Maybe even N'Golo Kante is going to end up going in there too. There we go. I accidentally put the team of the seasons, but it's fine. It's drier at the end of the day. Like Bastoni, yeah, makes up for that at least, so not a big deal. Squad builder, let's go ahead and put in the newest for any. Musiala is going to be brought back down. So we're just going to get rid of him. Take him out. And put Diaby in. Rivaldo in instead of Smalling. And who else? Here. Let's put in another special here. Maybe that's where N'Golo Kante comes in. Or Mateus. We'll put in Mateus. Why not? Mateus, 93 over a 94. That's still not enough. Dembele over a 94. Still not enough. I don't want to use Blanc yet. As far as fodder goes, we're definitely going to be using Suker, Berbatov, all these other guys. Is that too high? A little bit too high. Fair enough. 87. We'll just keep it like that. All right. So 2 done. 3 more to go. I actually think I'll do all of them one more time, like at once. I don't really have a lot of time to try to like, you know, I'm going to try to rush through all this and see if we can clutch it at the end. But let's see here. Where are the upgrades? Here we are. 92 plus. Okay. Let's put it as our favorite. Whoops. I put the icon instead. And let's see here. 89 rated. Squad builder to newest. This will probably be more easier. Just change up some of the squads and stuff like that. Some of the players. Like again, Musiala should not be in here. Under no circumstances. Under any circumstances. That's an... Okay, I think Blanc might have to go along with that squad anyway. So we'll just leave him there. We're probably going to pack him again if possible. But we'll just leave it as is. Alright, that should be good for that. And then we got the 88 rated squad, which we'll have to get rid of Musiala again. All right, let's see. 88 rated squad. Whoops. Here we go. Squad builder. Newest. Squad builder complete. And we have what? An 89 rated squad. Musiala gone. Which I think... Okay, we're missing some high rated players here. Maybe Peugeot over 84. Nope. Hincapié over Nesta, maybe. That works. I'll keep Alaba. I'll keep Nkunku. But players like Suker, Ljungberg, Berbatov, all those players are going to be put into this. So, you know, if you're squeamish to the fact that I'm putting a bunch of high rated, well, guess what? That's EA's fault. EA just made these requirements too damn high, I would argue. This should at least be like an 87 or an 86, you know? Well, at least an 86 and an 87. That should be good enough for me, at least. That would be fine by me. Joao Pedro over Cannavaro. Oh, yeah, I forgot I packed Llorente. There's put that there. I need a team of the season. Dybala. We'll put in Dybala. We'll put him over this one. Here we go. So good progress there. Henry here. Nope. Scott. Great Scott. Let's see here. Is there another high rated special that I can probably use? Horan, maybe. Horan. There we go. So 89 rated. There we go. I have about 5 minutes left on my timer, so I should probably like move it up. We're about to run out of time here. 88 rated. Yeah. Squad builder. Newest. And what do we got? Oh wow, that's a lot of specials. Okay, so clearly Ona not gone. Scott over Alaba. Ljungberg I can keep in there, but Musiala definitely not. Nkunku definitely not either. Berbatov or Cannavaro. Oh yeah, but it's an 88 rated, that's why. So yeah, you know, Llorente definitely not either. I'll put in Fishlock instead. Okay, that should be good. Yep, that's fine by me. Fine by me. Yeah, I guess the one good thing about this one is that I don't think it includes heroes. So, you know, at least that's a plus. All right, one more to go. I got about 3 minutes. Let's clutch it up. Let's go for it. All right, this time let's build a 89 rated squad with golds. And then from there, we'll add some of the specials here. Let's put in Prince, Charlton, and Campos. That should be good to mitigate the damage here. Charlton. And then Prince up here. Still not enough. Huth. That is an 89, but I need a team of the season. That's actually something I forgot. Santos. There you are. Okay, and then for the rest of the other ones, I know exactly who to put in there. So let's go ahead and move it on. We got one more squad left to do. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. We're almost finishing off. Finishing off 1 hour. All right. I didn't mean to start from scratch. We'll just do a squad builder. Newest. Actually, no. Damn it. I accidentally pressed Y. Okay. In that case, we're going to make a lot of changes here. Because, yeah, look at all this. Again, Alaba gone. Joao Mario gone. Partey in here. Verts over Musiala. Bardacci over Suker. Patrick over Nkunku. And Çalhanoğlu over Llorente. Charlton can go over here. Okay, that works for me. Cannavaro, maybe I can go a little bit lower. Okay, not that lower. Okay, maybe something will work here if I put him here. Okay, that works. All right, we're entering our final phase here. I have about a minute left. Obviously not on the YouTube video, but I'm here on my timer. I'm 58 minutes and 45 seconds. So we're just going to finish it off. This will be the last thing I do for this video. So if you guys enjoy this journey, let me know what you guys think. And maybe we'll do another one for a particular player. Maybe we'll do it for Sun again. But here we go. First one, we get Gabriel Martinelli. That's not pretty bad for a high rated. Second one, Marquinhos. Ooh, Fabian Ruiz though. I'll take him. I'll take Fabian. Third one, Courtois, Kirill, or Dragusin. I'll take Courtois. 2 more to go. Come on. Todibo. Interesting. And then the last one. Could be massive. Bentancur again. Great. Great. Just perfect. Well then guys, that's 1 hour done. With that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you all next time. See ya.